What's going on, everybody? My name's Taylor. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be telling you 5 things that you need to do before you come to Mexico. Well, 5 things that you need to prepare before you come to Mexico. But before I do that, let me just head outside with you guys, and I'm going to show you what a typical Mexican neighborhood looks like. I live in just your standard Mexican neighborhood. It's up in the hills here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, in the state of Jalisco. And let me just show you what a typical neighborhood looks like. So here we are outside. As you can see, some good old dogs walking around there. Out there. We went in the ground. Dogs dragging. Oh, something else about Mexico, if you guys didn't know. It's very loud. There are constant noises always going on. Let's see if I get the hills in there. Cool. Yeah, pretty neat. All right, let's go back inside, and I'll tell you the 5 things that you need to bring with you to Mexico and prepare before you come here. Cool. Hopefully you like that little tour. Also, before I start, I'm staying in an Airbnb, and when you stay in an Airbnb, you got to make sure there's the couple things before you book the Airbnb. For instance, not everything has internet and not everything has air conditioning. So first things first, make sure when you book somewhere that it has air conditioning and it has internet. You got to remember, well, I don't know if you consider Mexico a first world country or not. I think you would, but there are a lot of places that they don't have modern amenities. But this place has air conditioning, as you can see, and I'm connected to the internet right now. That's how I'm uploading videos to you guys. Also, Airbnb, if you guys have never stayed before, I got a $35 off link to your first Airbnb down in the description below if you're interested. But anyways, let's get right to the video. So, first things first, bring some cash. And when I'm saying cash, I mean bring some American cash. You can, if you're in a touristy area like I'm in right now, Puerto Vallarta, there will be plenty of exchanges all around. There's like 20 of them here. They're everywhere. They're near the airport, they're on the Malecon, they're near the Zona Romantica, which is kind of near the Malecon. But yeah, bring some American cash. And how much would I recommend? If you're staying about a week, I'd recommend $100. And if you're staying a couple of months, I would say, depending on how many months you're going to stay, like I'm here for 3 months. So if you plan on staying a couple months, bring about $1,000 in cash. That may sound like a lot, but if you're staying a couple months, you're going to want to do things in cash. And what's going to happen is the exchange will take this, and they'll take a very small commission. I think it's like 5%, and it'll turn into something like this. Now, $20 is actually a lot more than this. Currently, the exchange rate is about $1 to about 20 pesos. So for every dollar you exchange, you get about 20 pesos in return. And that's after the commission currently. And I'm filming this on, what is today? September 16th, 2020. So September 2020. But yeah, bring cash. If you're staying a week, bring $100. If you're staying longer than that, bring anywhere up to $1,000. So I'd say, a good median is just bring $300 to $500 worth of cash. Number 2, learn some basic Spanish. Now, this is something I definitely should have done before I came here. I didn't learn much Spanish at all. I learned basically how to order food and, your greetings like hello, hola, and, how are you, cómo estás? Just your basic greetings. I learned the very basic Spanish. I would recommend that you learn at least how to order food. I learned, just minor things like voy a la playa, I'm going to the beach, or ayúdame, help me. Just basics in Spanish. Definitely will help here. Because here in Puerto Vallarta, they do speak, well, there are people that speak English because it's a big tourist area, but for the most part, you're still in Mexico, and the native language here is Spanish, so definitely learn Spanish. All right, number 3, and this is something I didn't do and I wish I had done. This is a regret, and I'm going to tell you it first, and take it for what it's worth. Definitely trust me on this one. Don't do what I did. Only bring one bag, one single bag. I'm going to repeat that because you probably didn't hear it. Only bring one bag, one single bag. Don't bring a suitcase. Don't bring anything, huge, large that you're going to have to haul around town, especially if you come to Puerto Vallarta, because this place is a hill. This place makes San Francisco hills look tiny. I'm talking some of these roads are like a 60-degree angle going up. You don't want to be walking those. And Another thing is Uber, for some reason, wouldn't work for me here. And so I was walking my stuff. So if you have the same issue as me, where Uber doesn't work for you, then definitely definitely take care of that before you come here. Get something else. Bonus. This isn't one of my listing things, but here's a bonus one: is get a cell phone that works in Mexico. So I had a track phone. I thought it would work in Mexico. Track phones do not work in Mexico, and so I basically had to get a SIM card here, and it was a whole process because I barely knew Spanish, and it just wasn't fun. So make sure that your phone works in Mexico. It will save you a ton of time. Uber should work for you. Everything should work for you. Don't do what I did, and make sure your cell phone works before you come here. All right, what are we on? Oh yeah, number 4, bring earplugs. So I don't know if you heard outside there, but Mexico's loud. It's loud all the time. It's loud in the middle of the night. It's loud in the middle of the day. It's loud. In fact, it's even louder in the middle of the night sometimes than it is during the daytime. But where I live, there's roosters, there's buses driving by, there's people on motorbikes, there's people yelling and partying and music going on, and it's a festive area. People they like to party here, and they like to have a good time. They like to, being quiet is not really a thing here. So if you like sleeping at night and you like dead quiet, bring a pair of earplugs. Otherwise, you're going to have some noisy nights. Just going to pre-warn you on that, but let's get on to the next point. So number 5. Number 5 is download a translator app. Now, the translator app that I have on my phone, let me just bring it up for you guys. So I have this, oh, come on, screen. This is going to show widescreen, isn't it? Maybe if I turn the brightness down. Yeah, perfect. Spanish-English Translator by Clay's Development. So that is the translator app I use, and let me just kind of show you guys how handy it is. So it goes from Spanish to English, and also English to Spanish. So say you wanted to say, like today I had to do my laundry, and so I asked her, how much does it cost? How much to wash all of these clothes? Question mark. Boom. So you'll put in the English, you'll put in the and then it'll translate it for you, and then you just tell her that, and you might not understand what she says back, but at least she knows what you want. And I end up, my laundry, I get to pick it up tomorrow, so all is well. But yeah, those are 5 things that I wish I had known before I came here to Mexico. Well, I did a couple of them. Like I brought cash, I brought earplugs. What else? I learned some basic Spanish, and I downloaded a translator app. But taking one bag, you definitely want to do that. You definitely want to take one bag. And what was my bonus one? Oh yeah, make sure your cell phone works in Mexico, because it's going to be a bumpy ride if you come here and all of a sudden you're cut off from all communication and you barely know Spanish, and you're going to have to kind of make it work. But as long as you can kind of get into your room and get everything settled, you should be good. But yeah, thanks for watching, and like the video. If you guys like stuff like this, consider subscribing, and have a good one. Bye.
Hey buddy, you should subscribe.